Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Kiwi Ears Melody. So these are a planar and they actually are priced at $90, so on the affordable side. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending me this unit to try out, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, let's just get into it. So like I said in the intro, $90 set for planar, so I'm quite curious of that. 12mm Planar, Kiwi Ears Melody. So different size to normal because they're normally like the 14 point something kind of size. Specs say 12, 5 versus to 40 kilos, quite big. These seem quite reasonable. So impedance is 18 ohms, sensitivity is 102. Obviously there's a rated and max power in milliwatts. 3.5 cable, so it's obviously not balanced, and detachable 0.78mm 2-pin. So quite run of the mill. Kiwi Ears Melody. Kiwi Ears up to this point have done some quite nice gear. Oh, these seem to be upside down. Fixed. So obviously that one doesn't have anything on the back. Quite plain. You can't really see in. Actually a normal, see, kind of a normal shape. Again, no, nothing on that one. I guess it helps keep the cost down. I don't really mind that, to be honest. So let's see what we got. Just how to wear, maintenance, guidelines, warranty, and that's that. So a bunch of different tips. I'll have another look at these in person, but they look like the black ones look like wide bore, and obviously these grey ones look like a typical bore. I'll have a look at those in a bit though. And the cable, so definitely less premium packaging, but then again this is a less money, so straight 3.5 and obviously to 2-pin. And that's pretty much it. I have no idea what these are like at this point, so I haven't tried it. You can see like it's more of a budget kind of price, but $90 for planar. And Kiwi is normally do know how to tune, so yeah, as usual I'm going to spend a bunch of time with these, graph them and see what these are like. I'm quite glad the shell design is smaller because some planars are really big. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah, so I'll see you in the future. So welcome to my review section of the Kiwi Ears Melody. $90 planar, I think, to 12mm driver, so to different size. So anyway, cable, so it comes with straight 3.5. I've been using it and it seems fine really, it's nothing to shout about. You can see what it looks like there. There's a chin slider which moves, I think, a little bit too easy, if that really matters to you. And obviously that's what it looks like attached. So Kiwi Ears is only on one, see, only on one unit. So just take these off. Again, you can always run these balanced. But out of the box, they only use a single, obviously 3.5. So pound sensitivity of these is not as easy as I think as it suggests. A decent dongle DAC will probably do the trick, but then you don't need anything, you know, crazy or nothing like that. Yeah, so comfort on these. So I think these are one of the better planars. Like the one before this, I did the Heidi's MP145. That was a massive shell. Now this is actually a conventional shell, as you can see from the size. Let's take one of the tips off so you can have a look. So yeah, normal. If somebody didn't tell you, you probably think that was a DD or BAs or something in there. But yeah, not too bad at all. Good, secure set. Definitely comfort is always a good thing. So technicalities on this set is very good. Being a planar, again, if you power it properly. If you don't power it properly, everything doesn't sound as clear. There's probably one way of describing it. And resolution on this set, again, is actually pretty good as well. Planar kind of, it's one of their advantages I find over like something like a dynamic is technicalities. Same as a good ORBA set is technicalities, because when they use good drivers tuned properly, it's all better. It's all a bit better than I think DDs can muster. But yeah, not too bad at all. Imaging is good. stage I found was actually very good. It has very good extension and air, which is good to see. Now, sound really, so that's pretty short and sweet. So sound of this is obviously what you're here for. And there was rumours that it was a bassy set. That's true, but yeah, put the graph on now so you can have a look. So sound is, it looks bassy, but because it's a planar set, it's a little bit misleading. So if this was a dynamic driver, that'd be like Mud City or nearly, but it's on a planar. It doesn't sound as like that. It does have a bassy, obviously, presentation to it, but it's not as bassy as I think it looks on a graph. I think the speed of it kind of cheats it a little bit. Again, because the DD's slower, it's a bit more noticeable. But like me, I do like electronic music, and this sounds fine on it. It doesn't have the slam like a DD would have, but it's still not bad at all. And I was actually quite happy with it. Obviously, the sub bass does roll off a little bit, but it's still got it, so it's not a problem. But yeah, it just doesn't look as V-shaped as it looks. So mid-range, I would say it is still a little bit recessed, but it doesn't sound what it looks like on the graph. Female vocals and female on this set was actually pretty good. And yeah, I think mid-range on a planar is actually pretty good. Sometimes they're like really V'd or flat. But yeah, the mid-range on this set was fine. I had no issues with it. Now the big thing is the treble. As you can see, it's got some crazy extension. Now I was expecting it to be fatiguing, and it wasn't. Also, it may depend on your age. Like most folks can probably hear up to 15k or a bit more. But you can see the peaks way beyond that, so he may look a bit more aggressive than you expect. But like the peak at about, is it 11, 12? To be honest, I didn't really notice that. I can hear up to, I think, nearly 16k, which is not too bad. But they are a detailed set, and obviously there's a peak just before 3. So on the whole, there's a lot of treble going on, but I think because it does have elevated bass, it does mask that a bit. Now it just didn't sound as bright as it looked. Now again, if that was a DD, that'd be like really, really like shouty and screamy, and this isn't. But it all depends on your music. If your music has a lot of treble, and then you have this as well, he may bring that up more, but I was actually fine with it. Also, no sibilance either. Yeah, it just didn't sound as aggressive as it graphs is a thing. Like I said, if this was a DD, it would probably sound a lot more offensive. But it just doesn't sound like that. Well, for my use case, it didn't sound like that. But on the whole, not a bad set. So, conclusion is, do I recommend these? From my experience with this set, I do like these. They're not too bad. Now, I do think the Hiddy's MP145s are tuned better. But, and obviously you can change the nozzles. But the comfort on them and the shell's really big. I prefer this, that it's got a better shell. You can actually use them. They're actually comfortable. But, and obviously the tuning isn't as good. But overall, I prefer these over the MP145. Now, if you had that tuning in this shell, would be a different story. But for the 90 USD, what they want, I think it's a perfectly reasonable price. I don't know who makes this driver either being a 12mm model. Obviously, it's a bit different to obviously like the 14.5 or 14.2 kind of models. But yeah, not a bad set. It may be a bit bright for you, but it just depends on your library, and obviously everybody uses different sources. So I tried this with a few of my dongle DACs and the topping E30 L30 combo, and I was actually quite happy with it. Just again, it may need a bit more power than you expect. On the graph, it does look bright, but I didn't think it was as bright as it looked on the graph. Again, it might be the planar kind of cheating a bit, but yeah, not a bad set. Just be wary of the excessive treble, if that may affect you. And a bit of EQ will certainly solve that, because planars are quite, effective with the EQ tone. Overall, not a bad set. I like it. I was hoping it wouldn't be like a complete mess, and it isn't. it just may look quite bright, but my use case, it didn't seem as aggressive as it looks. And I think that's pretty much it really. So yeah, in the future I've still got another planar to come. It hasn't been shipped yet. Then I might do a big like planar battle, but we'll see about that. And yeah, if you want to know anything in particular, please do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you in the next video.